I'll follow the sun. Is this the song about being a disciple of Jesus? A true Beatles fan would know this song. A true Beatles fan wouldn't care if this wasn't as popular as their other giant hits. But a true Beatles fan would learn to love the message behind this song. And in the same sense, a true believer of Jesus would know how much love he put in his work for the Father. A true believer of Jesus would know what he gave to his disciples. And a true believer of Jesus is a disciple and extension of Christ himself. A true Beatles fan and a believer of Jesus would bridge even the slightest parallels of yet another song, like George Harrison's Here Comes the Sun. Paul McCartney did not draw parallels himself, but with too many suns in their discography, you can't help but play. Another world of parallels and symbolism brought to you by Bring Your Best. What sets Jesus' disciple apart from the rest of the people in their time was their faith, not just in Jesus and God, but their faith in good. That no matter how much darkness, doubt, fear, confusion, darkness, uncertainty, like a cold rain will come, there's always the sun to look up to, and the goodness that will ultimately bring. I'll Follow the Sun is a song written by Paul McCartney. The song speaks about being left by a significant other, or by any means a representation of something good, something that the singer cherishes, as this song was written as far back as 1958, as McCartney said. This would mean it was written by a young Paul, possibly tangled in the trappings of youth and young love. Despite his young age, the song demonstrates a strength and a vision and faith to hope, like how he chooses to follow the sun. Much like Jesus' very own disciples when they were left cold and confused, quite lost, as if left under the cold rain of Jesus' death after being crucified. But no matter how lost they felt, how confused, how much doubt, how alone they feel, they know that the sun rises in the horizon. As the Son himself promised salvation and the kingdom of the Father. And just like the metaphorical sun, the sun rose again, resurrected, bringing hope, chasing away doubts and fears. The promised salvation now fulfilled, and the world was saved. We too have been tangled in the trappings of little skirmishes of life, lost and confused, hopeless and troubled, as if under a constant dark cloud. Perhaps a good thing in our lives have gone, like a friend who bid goodbye, and yet we look to the sun and know that there's a promised goodness, an answer to our doubts, a relief to our woes, a light at the end of a long dark tunnel, much like a salvation. We follow it, like how a sun sits on the horizon meeting the road we drive on. We follow it with all the hope and faith to the beauty the view promises us at the end. Even after Jesus' ascension to heaven and his essence became one with us, we continue to look and follow the sun, that no matter how much turmoil we go through, how much the world changes and all the fears and uncertainties it will bring, we know and we still remember to look to the sun and keep our faith, to hope to a bright light ahead, to the sun that made it all possible. Paul McCartney and the rest of the Beatles might have never drawn these parallels to their beautiful songs, songs that defined a generation and continued to the next ones, like the very Word of God and the love of the Son for us. He, too, defined a world of hope, that not even death could touch his love. And like the sun, or a bright light at the end of the tunnel, because in one way or another, we are his modern-day disciples. We follow him unceasingly and faithfully while we bring our best. Like this video? Love the Beatles? Check out our other related stuff, only here at Bring Your Best.